Hello, all. You are live with Upfront with Frank Rothstein on the City World Radio Network. Also broadcasting on Skies Crescent Radio, which is on Spreaker.com, Spreaker.com. We are also broadcasting on Facebook on Skies Crescent Radio. Yeah, I must owe her some money. I'm all over the place there. And on Live Me, where my people who look like robots tonight will be broadcasting and responding to me. But hi, gang. Sitting with me as always, a woman who is engineering her way to success on one format or another all over the internet, broadcasting everywhere. It is Jade Zabrick. And we have a room full of guests, everybody far more advanced in entertainment than I am. Therefore, let me just read this as good as I get. Okay, sitting to my left.
Is that me? Is that loud?
That will be you. Sitting to my left, she knows everyone, she's met everyone, and she's going to tell us about everyone. It is artist and fashion designer Ivy Silberstein.
Yeah!
Yes. What happened to Ivy Supersonic? What happened to that?
We'll get there.
Oh, okay.
You have 12
Please
names,
stand by.
and I only have an hour. Sitting across from me, a woman with very purple hair and wearing a disco ball shirt. She's comedian, dancer, and musician, and the star of the Gail Stairs show, Gail Stairs.
Yes.
Sitting next to Gail.
Yes.
He's been sort of idle as of late, but we're bringing him out of retirement, is comedian Frankie Hudak.
Yeah, out
Who,
of
by the way, was
Yes.
also
Off
on
the
my television show
retirement.
when he started
You
with
what?
me. Frankie was on my television show.
I didn't know that.
Neither did I know he was going to be here.
Do we have...
I was on the witness protection program after that.
Okay.
Wait, I'm trying to.
Yes, you were.
To,
Yes, you were.
Jay, do we have anything that could prop that up? His mic?
this?
Raise it.
Oh, we have.
That won't hold it. Will it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, good.
Have any extra dead babies, Jade?
There we go. So we're going to start. Okay, I guess we're going
money.
counterclockwise, which puts us with Ivy, and who brought a box of art. I guess we're going to start with her art stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, Ivy.
Yeah.
Tell us all about you.
So I'm well, you could call it spirit artist or psychic artist, and I've decided to not call my art that anymore. I decided to call it. I'm now the psychic warrior. So that
Psychic warrior.
Yeah, I'm a psychic warrior. So I paint with spirit. And which means that I paint with dead people, and you don't actually see them.
You paint with Bob Ross?
No, I paint with my dad.
No little birds and trees.
Oh, yeah, no. I paint with my dad. He died 13 years ago, and I paint with his spirit. So
It's
spirits.
not like Weekend at Bernie's. He's not
Yeah.
propped up. So
No, not yeah.
But he's still
no.
somewhere in the heavens painting birds
Right,
and trees.
right.
Yeah, so no, I paint with I've been told I'm channeling Picasso, and anyway, so spirits are airborne. So you can't see spirit. Now I can see spirit. So I see it's like in the air, like if you had a barbecue going and there'd be like a heat energy. Mm-hmm. That's what it looks like. So you can't always see that, but sometimes. So like let's just say like here I'm a Jewish girl that paints a lot of Jesus. I'm not trying to, but you can see in here there's like angels.
You're
there's
exposing 'em.
Jesus. Yeah. So, this is not about religion, you know what I mean? It's just what's going on,
Right.
So, I don't know if you could see all these things. Some people could see a lot of things, some people see nothing.
That's
but
how we met, actually.
but if you really look at the art, you can just kind of stare at it, and it actually starts changing while you're looking at it. It starts changing before your eyes.
And now, we're going to say
Yeah.
hello to Gail, the star of her own show.
Hello.
Tell us with that great speaking voice.
Thank you so much. Well, Frank.
Tell
It
us
goes a
all
little bit
about
about
you.
like
Yes,
this.
you also have a vast resume.
Yes, I do. I mean, I try. So my television show is like Sesame Street for adults.
This sounds like phone sex right now. Listen to that voice.
Oh, yeah, I know. In fact, when I worked for K-Rock... No, I'm really hamming it up, but...
That's why I do my FM radio voice also every now and then.
Oh, cool. When I worked for K-Rock, they used to be like, not so sexy Gail Stairs. And I'd be like, I'm going to try. Sorry, guys. No,
what does
it's
that mean,
like...
not so sexy? It was like partially
the
sexy?
voice, like,
Okay.
try not to be so sexy when you say things.
Well, now that you know that she
Ow.
can be sexy, keep in mind that the phones are open. Get a pen, because I'm going to read it to you in 5 seconds. Get a pen.
Get a pen? And do what?
646-690-2976. 690-2976. We want you to call. And now we're going to say hello to Frankie. How's it going?
Hello, how are you? Good. I don't know how I got on this show. I was cleaning the janitor in building, and they said, "Hey, you want to come show?" I come show, and I see you.
We're following the women into the building.
If I see this woman with this ooh la la and the ooh ja ja, and I go,
Who are
cuckoo.
you calling ooh la la?
I see this, I see that. She is spirit art, and someone told me the spirit told me to follow this sexy woman into your studio. So thank you for bringing me here.
Jade, help me.
And Frankie was on my television show when I first started at NBC.
Really?
Yeah.
And I have to put on accent and be on witness
How
protection.
many accents do you have?
I don't know. She told me, this broad. She says, hey, you want to be on my show? I go on the show, and then next thing you know, I'm out of the show.
Yeah, but that's your real voice, and you had to work on getting to get
I'm
professional.
sorry there, Frank. I'm trying, Frank. I'm
Okay.
trying.
Ivy,
really trying.
don't get lost in
Yeah.
your own shuffle. What's going
Oh
on,
my
kiddo?
God, dude! I'm just.
So you have
I'm
so
like,
many
yeah.
names. Tell us some of your other names.
Oh,
It always starts with
yeah.
Ivy, but go ahead after that.
Well, yeah, Ivy and
Ivy
Ivy
has other
Supersonic,
names?
or you saw the Ivy Supreme
I
Silverstein.
see.
Yeah, so Ivy Supersonic. I've been designing hats for rock stars for many years. And it started out, I was getting just people in New York City naked, and I had a team of artists. We were body painting like naked, people everywhere. They were wearing my feathered hats, and then, it was like a whole performance thing. I had some people like tap dance down the runway, and people, playing different instruments, and, fiddling around, doing kind of all kinds of crazy stuff. And we were on stage with like Scott Weiland and Limp Bizkit and the K-Rock Dysfunctional Family Picnic, and so, it was like a whole like living work of art. These events that I was doing, and they were really wild. Like I was just getting everybody naked everywhere, and it turned into. And you guys missed that whole thing,
I wish
man.
I knew you then.
I see just paintings.
I mean-
She goes, look at the
You don't even know.
ghosts in
I
this
mean,
painting. I'm like,
I know.
I wish there was a naked chick on this painting.
I have no reason to
These
think
guys don't even know. They don't even this. But this was like way back in the day. This
Yes,
is when I
this is the-
started. So this is when I started, and this was like when I met Tommy Lee, and I was doing all these naked feathered hat shows, and I was on CNN all the time, and all this stuff. And then it turned into I was just designing the hats for Pam Anderson and Snoop Dogg and Little Kim, and then I
Hillary
created
Clinton.
Hillary Clinton, right?
I
And
read your
created-
bio. Oh my
Created the
God.
Scrat, and so just things kept escalating, and there was just always tons of insanity, and eventually it turned into like I just became so spiritual after all that.
Yeah.
See how
Just
that
so
worked out?
everyone knows, we are camping out on Ivy's Facebook page. So go to Ivy Silverstein, SILBERSTEIN. Go to her Facebook page, friend her if you'd like. You'll see the post that we're on the radio. If you're too shy to call in, it's 646-690-2976. You can
Don't
ask
be
a question
shy.
or leave a
Call
comment,
us.
and we will read it and answer you live on the air. And if you write anything embarrassing, we'll be happy to embarrass you.
Did anyone ever write a
Oh,
note
yes,
and
we
send it by
will.
Uber? And if they didn't,
They send in
if there was a
text, and the people
That's
getting the
awesome.
text think they don't have to read it, but
Brilliant.
they do.
Carrier
Yes.
pigeon.
So, carrier pigeon,
Wow.
yeah. No, we don't get Uber
Dead
reads.
baby to the window.
They
I
take
was too
33%
shy to
of the
show up, so I
wording.
wrote it on a note, and I gave it to the Uber driver. Here, take it.
I love it.
And then the Uber driver threw it with a dead baby at the window.
We'll be back after these messages.
I want to hear about your comedy career.
My comedy. Oh well, I was. I've been released. I've been on finally out. It's good to be out after being locked up for a while.
You had that office
Yeah.
job.
No, I was married. Now I'm
married.
divorced. So
I
I'm
was
free
like,
now. So
wait
I
a
was locked
second,
up.
Frankie. What are you talking about?
I was like, with marriage. I was on the marriage. You know what? When you're in the commitment, you're locked up, and now you're free to be.
Wait, Gail
who
just
you
asked
are
you what you're
after.
talking about. You want a date?
Oh, do I want to date Frankie?
Yes.
No, thanks,
Well,
though.
Yes,
That was
yes,
the-
she does.
Appreciate
That triggered you to say,
she-
what are you
she-
talking about?
Look at this. Look
No,
at
I thought
she-
Frankie was like in
her hair is
prison
getting
or
lighter
in
as she's saying
Siberia. I was like, that accent, it's new. He probably got it because he was in prison in
Went
Siberia
to
or something.
Brighton
But let's
Beach,
hear
Brooklyn.
about it.
I've been involved with the Russian cartel. So
Is everybody from Brooklyn here?
I was at working
am
in
kind of, I guess.
Caroline's, and then I went to see my friend D.L. Hughley, and then I this is how I met Ivy. She was backstage, and see, what I do is I feel people. I'm very intuitive and an
You are.
empath, and I didn't know Ivy. We're in backstage. We're hanging out, and I'm talking with this other guy, and then something just made me say a name or a street, and she goes, how did you know that? I was like, I don't know. Something just made me say that to you, Ivy. Maybe it was Ivy's spirits coming out to me. And then there was a
Dude,
guy
wow.
that she was talking to that I had no idea who he was. And I said, oh, my God. I go to the guy, I have a picture of your father in my phone. He goes, get the hell out of here. No way. I said, yes, I
Wow.
do. And I went to an old email. And I found that the guy almost passed
You know,
out.
when you walked in, I was shocked. Like, I didn't know that Frankie was going to be here today, and we were just on the phone a couple days ago.
right.
Or like a couple weeks ago, talking
intuition.
about my show.
And Mr. Frank brought us here
Or
together.
SNL or
gonna
whatever.
say-
Jade is still going, can you read my palm? Oh, sure, can. Let me see your palm. I'll read your palm, Jade. And she's like, what? No.
read your
I'm going to
palm.
read your palm. This girl works very hard. She's a very hard worker.
You're not even
She's a
looking,
good-
Frankie.
I feel the palm. I don't look at the palm. And if she slaps you, she means it.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
But
Probably we
Ivy,
all
so I
will.
met
Smack
Ivy.
you, smack,
Ivy
you
is
Smacks are loud.
she's
things.
so cool. She told me what she did, and we met on the spiritual level. And what happened is, the more I became friends with her, the more I connected with her. And when she did some live, she goes live once in a while, and she in the middle of the night starts painting. And all of a sudden, her paintings, first of all, she's saying, I don't know, I'm doing this and that. She's like
I love
painting
the way you
and
tell
painting.
stories about people. It's
And
so wonderful.
She is like getting all different colors, and then she goes, Wait, oh, I'm feeling something. She goes, what was that? And then she starts painting, and after a while, you see some images come alive after they start meshing with her colors.
Ivy is the first painter I ever met that didn't feel the need to wear paint on every article of her clothing. There's something
Yeah,
about
true
an
that.
artist. I don't care if they
Oh.
work with wood. They're covered in paint.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't
it just
get
gets
it.
everywhere.
They only paint in red, and yet there's white splotches all over their black jackets.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah.
And it's you know what else it is? It's because you think you're so good that you're never gonna get paint on your jacket, and you're like, I'm too tired to take it off. It's cold in here. I don't have money to turn the heat on. You know?
and you don't have money for dry cleaning either.
No, you don't.
Okay,
and
so
that's
you have the
why
artist
you
jacket.
have the artist jacket. And you meant to do that, baby.
Yeah, I'm painting in watercolors. So once you put the watercolors on the jacket, when you wash it, they'll come right off. So, see how that worked out?
She sees
I
a lot
see.
of images and spirits, and she's very special. And her art is amazing. Her art is. If you go through it,
I've seen some.
it's
Yeah.
really, really good. Now somebody needs to pick up on it and make her even more famous than she
Famouser.
is.
Even more famouser.
No, really.
Yeah, I know.
And then
that's the
the people
word you were
watching,
searching for.
if you're watching, hello, this is not the surveillance camera at Costco. This is live radio.
Live me on top, Facebook on the bottom.
Hey, how you doing up there and down
Jade,
there?
is anyone commenting up there? Or am I talking to the robots?
I try to lose my belly for the show, but
I
I hope
want to
it
know
goes
if I like pizza or cheesecake.
Oh, tag me, Jade. I totally just said that like the most trendy I could ever say it. Tag me. Okay, thanks, dude.
beautiful. Look at wow.
Okay, there we are.
So, if you friend Ivy and she does,
Well, I
her-
have 5,000 friends, so you can't really friend me. But
Okay.
you could jump on my page. That's cool.
who's ever watching,
You just became every
You
time
go
I
to
talk
her-
to you,
right?
Ivy, you're
you should
cooler.
definitely go to her
Like,
website.
say something that's
look
like
at her
magic.
paintings and buy them because they really
Yeah.
enhance your
Don't
home and
hurt.
the colors.
Spend a few dollars. Doesn't
No,
hurt.
Buy
Yeah.
them.
Meantime,
Yeah.
Gail is sitting here, purpling.
I love the purple.
Purpling
I'll get a step
the
back.
universe.
Let's
out of
hear
this.
from you.
What would you guys like to know?
Anything you want to share. Tell us about your TV show.
Okay.
Tell us about your last project. Tell us about your next project.
All right.
Tell us something.
Well, Chevy Chase just agreed to do my television show, which is super cool.
That's big.
Thank you.
That's big.
Yeah.
That is what's happening. Chevy Chase asked
crazy.
for an initial offer, so I'm going to put it somewhere. Not sure where yet. I just talked to Adult Swim again, see if they were interested. Keith Crawford, what's up? Mike Lazo, homies. Yeah. NBC, I'm also open to that. I'm talking with
Oh, that's
Saturday
right.
Night
You
Live
did-
about doing
you did
something right
radio
now.
before. That's right.
Yeah.
Because when we were talking in the hallway, you were pretty much talking to us like an. And then she got in here, and now we're getting the FM.
Welcome to
radio.
NPR.
Yes, welcome to NPR.
Our sponsors for the day are
Hi,
Cheese.
Frank, how are you today? How's everything going with your show?
Everything is going.
Cheese
fine.
and Bubblicious.
I'm so
You know-
happy Ivy is here today because Ivy's
Probably
spiritual
shouldn't have said a
art
brand
is
name, but
work-
Poland Spring is
amazing.
everywhere.
Well, we don't. Yeah, even though I introduced
everywhere.
Frankie as comedian, he hasn't really been on stage in a while.
Yes, I have not.
You have not.
I have not.
However, we all know that every comedian can do 2 minutes on or 3 minutes on any subject in the world, and we know you read the newspapers
like
every
5
day.
hours.
So, you got a 3-minute stint. Knock 'em dead.
All right.
Not a
You can do
stent. Not a
3
stent.
minutes.
I'm going to aim at you while
He's giving you 3 minutes.
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
WINS News Time. 1010 wins on your 1010 dial. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world. Today,
Tell us
in the,
about pickles.
we have Pickles in the Pickles just came out of the strip club. She's ready to swirl her pasties around. And what was that? Oh, we got Ivy Silverstein, who is also the spirit artist here on the show. Let's say hi to Ivy. Ivy, how are you today?
Oh, I'm great.
I'm not going where Frank wanted me to go with this. But,
Pigeons in Mexico. Go, Frankie.
Pigeons.
Get us across the wall, brother. Man, I can't even fly across the down wall, bro.
Gail, give him a subject.
You got it.
Are we gonna have fun now?
We're totally
Well, she's
having
gonna
fun.
stick you with-
Lions
Shut the lights.
and wrestling Cubans. Go.
I didn't hear you.
Lions and wrestling Cubans. Go.
Lions and wrestling Cubans. Lions and wrestling Cubans. Lions and wrestling Cubans.
In Antarctica.
Are you calling me a liar? A wrestling Cubano? A lying wrestling Cubano. Mira, I'm going to write.
Big Bird. Go. I know, I don't remember what Big Bird sounds
Sunny day, keeping on time.
like. Caravan-
You're lucky this is coming to
Teletubbies.
you free.
Now.
Okay? No.
Do you know, I just noticed something. Now, we all have different skin color because yours is on the red
That's
side.
because my pressure's rising as I'm listening.
So you're red. I mean, you're brown.
I'm see-through.
now
That's all.
you're a little bit. I don't want to say yellow.
Yellow? I'm a yellow.
And now she's purple.
No, she's purple.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm probably purple
those
because I
are
just
some
dyed
weird
my hair before
colors.
I got here.
Yeah, you're purple, red, yellow, and brown. I don't know what I am, but we've definitely.
Yeah.
This is like the palette, man.
Lions and tigers and bears.
We're
Oh
like-
my. Red and yellow and tan.
We're just like a basic Crayola box in here right now.
Well,
Although
us
if
artists,
were-
we see in color.
Yes, it is true.
It's true, right?
I mean, I hope so.
I'm
I
not an
do
artist.
think
I-
it would suck to see in
I
black
try
and
to see
white.
things down the middle in black and white.
Black and white is the scrat.
That way I get. Okay, we're going to hear about
Yeah.
Scrap.
You know about scrap.
No, actually, I
He doesn't,
don't.
he doesn't know. He
Ivy's
doesn't know
going to
anything.
tell it. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So May 19th, 1999, I created a cartoon character called Scrat. It was part squirrel, part rat. And, I actually had a vision. So I had this vision. It just came to me. I saw something that inspired, like, what I thought was a new hybrid rodent. And I kind of got stuck for like 10 minutes because I was channeling. And I said, oh, my God, the Scrat, it's $100 million. I got the next Mickey Mouse. So, I pitched it. It was a vision, but I pitched it like there was no tomorrow. I brought it to Fox. I mean, the first thing I did, I put out a press release and, I was like in the LA Times and License Magazine, CNN, Howard
Amazing.
Stern, Opie and Anthony. It was a really long list. It was like everything possible in the
God.
whole wide world, like when it comes to press. And then Fox stole it and they put my Scrat. They just changed the letter. They spelled it Scrat also, SQ for squirrel, RAT for rat. But then when the movie came out, they flipped it and they just changed it to SC. And they
How
were just-
convenient.
how convenient. So, we've been suing each other now since 2002. And right now they're suing me at the trademark office trying to take my trademark away. And like Scrat it's become, like USA Today said, Scrat's the biggest cartoon in the history of the world internationally.
And,
I believe
Ivy
that.
has been in litigation with Fox for a long
Yeah.
time, going to the courts. I thought you were going to win the last thing that you had out there.
In fact, I thought you won. I've been following. Well, that was one of the reasons why I friended you. I was like, I friended you because you were friends with a bunch of my other friends, right? But then I saw that you were doing this, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, because so many of us have done that. Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
We've created tons of stuff.
They just steal everything. But you see, it's easier for them to steal because because then they
you
don't
have
have
the
to pay
money
you.
to-
And then they have
yeah.
so many lawyers, and they're in-house. They don't even have. They're just already on payroll. And then they own every law firm just across friggin' America. So it doesn't really make a difference. And if in the end, for some reason you found some money where you can fight, because normally you can't, you have to
Right.
hire a contingency lawyer. That sucks.
There's a
and
network that
they're
owes
gonna
Frankie
win.
and I
They're
at
just
least 15 million
Right.
split amongst our entire
They're gonna,
cast.
they're gonna win. They're gonna win.
Yeah.
So you can't really fight them. It's David versus Goliath. Now I when I lost the lawsuit the first time, I decided to hire some airplanes and do this air raid and make this 100-foot banner
God,
of
that's
myself,
amazing.
like naked, and put it on top of the Fox building, and then. Then the Oscars and the MTV Awards, and then the Ice
so
Age
much,
movie
Ivy.
premiere, and then I just took out some
I'll
taxi
look at
cab
it.
ads, and I was just going a little crazy on my
That is a
ad
compliment,
campaign. Thank you. Yeah. So
When I was fat, I used to be like, nobody's going to want to look at me naked. But now that I'm not, I'm like, thank you for wanting to look at me naked. I appreciate that.
well, I was 96
not
pounds,
ever
so I
gonna
figured,
happen.
and yeah, I was like skinny like you once, but that,
Oh, you're so cool. Thanks.
yeah, I
guess
was.
skinny
And then I
now.
got all these tattoos. I actually tattooed like my whole body with this campaign against Fox. Yeah, I forgot. I did so many things. Like it's hard to remember
listen,
anything.
you were here's a person that's creative. She comes up with something on her own. She invents something, and the big machine does it and doesn't give her any cred.
How did they get it?
Well, I was in the press constantly. Like Pam Anderson was wearing my hat at the MTV Awards, and I was with Tommy Lee and Pam, and then they were putting like my shirt on their son Brandon, who was 3 then. And what happened was I was dating this guy at Fox, and he took me to his boss. So right after Pam wore the hat, like a few days later that week, I happened to sleep in the hotel room with the 2 guys from Fox. And I never talked about really what went down in the hotel room, and I'm not going to talk about it here, but I've never talked about what happened in that hotel room. So I'm sure I was like the talk of Fox after I left that hotel room. And,
You're so brave.
Yeah,
dude.
after that, I was in License magazine. I was the feature. And if you looked at Scrat, it was on the page with Clark Gable and Elvis Presley. Like, it was really a big deal. And they just stole my shit, man. And then...
It is the most insane cartoon since
Like-
forever.
Yeah.
I know it's true. It has to be.
It's big,
It's huge.
So we never talked about then when I went to Shooky Levy's house, Rupert Murdoch's partner, who created the Power Rangers and sold his company for I think $5 billion to ABC. We never really got. There was so many things, man. And then I used the White House, to pitch my Scrat, because when I made that hat for Hillary, in 1999, she wrote me a letter, and I used my White House letter in the pitch with the Scrat with the script. So I
Scrat
brought it
script.
to the guy's house. Oh yeah. Wait. What are we looking at? Scrat? Yeah. Scrat, man. It's been going on for a long time.
This
I
just
can't-
goes to show you
Hold
that
on.
when a phenomenal person does something that's phenomenal from their heart,
Oh.
that everything works
Yeah.
out.
So Fox just tried to settle with me, last month, and I didn't really understand what kind of settlement this was. This was the settlement where they were suing me, and they thought that I was going to back down, that I didn't have the money to afford the lawsuit. So the deal was I can do what I want with my Scrat, and they can do what they want with their Scrat. And my thought was like, yo, lick the inside of my asshole. What the fuck are you talking about? And like, what are you even talking about?
Yeah.
So no. So now Rupert Murdoch is selling Scrat in the $71.3 billion deal to Walt Disney. And it's amazing because if you look at all my stuff, I always said how Scrat is the next Mickey Mouse. Now, from a clairvoyant point, I
That's what I was
never
trying to
knew
say.
that Mickey Mouse was stolen. And I only found that out recently, so I kept saying it.
Stolen from who?
Well, Walt Disney stole it from UB iWork. iWorks.
know that.
Yeah.
His best friend
He was a Jewish guy,
created
right?
his best friend created Mickey Mouse, and I guess they had some kind of deal, but I don't know. He stole it from his friend. You could look it up in the
Yep,
Post.
I knew that.
Which is amazing. It's
Oh, the
Rupert
Post,
Murdoch's
yeah.
Post, and Rupert Murdoch selling, everything to Disney. So anyway, it talks about, it came out this summer, how Walt Disney actually stole Mickey Mouse. But what was interesting about Mickey Mouse was that on day one, on his Steamboat Willie movie 90 years ago, Mickey Mouse is 90 years old this Sunday. So 90 years ago came the first movie, the Steamboat Willie. Is that what it's called? Steamboat Willie? Something like that.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
Millie, Willie, whatever. So the Steamboat movie, but the day that movie came out was the day that Mickey Mouse had his trademark. So they didn't dare put out Mickey without a trademark. Fox doesn't have a trademark. I mean,
Even back then, like
20 all these years, they don't even have a trademark for Scrat, and yet they're selling it.
Don't worry, I'll
It's
give you a
just because
scratch.
they have tons of money.
Yeah, they don't even own the websites. I mean, so they don't have a trademark for Scrat with a Q or Scrat with a C. They don't have a website with
Copyrights
Scrat
mean
with
nothing.
a Q or C. I mean,
Do you have
it's
it? Do you have it?
Yeah.
You have
Well, I have
trademark.
I have the trademark for the Q, and that's what
How
they're
about for Scrat?
what they're trying to take it away from
It
me.
would be nice if you could just call the cops and be like, excuse me, and they could just be like,
Oh,
okay,
this is
you owe
larceny.
this person
Well,
$100.
now they have a
That
3-year-old
would be
baby
fair.
that created their Scrat. That's what their excuse is, that Flora, the 3-year-old baby...
The Mozart of draw.
Yeah, she named the Scrat. She was the daughter of Michael J. Wilson, who wrote the Ice Age script for Fox.
How
And
convenient.
yeah, his 3-year-old baby named the Scrat.
Yeah, they're going like.
Oh my god.
I mean, are you kidding me?
I have to meet this kid.
Yeah. So the kid's probably like 20 now.
There just is no kid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
We'll
Yeah,
just say that the
dude,
kid
yeah.
made it up here. Pass me
So
that.
yeah,
kid,
it's been really,
I only just recently started vaping pot
Yeah.
too. But Frankie has told me for years that I just am high naturally. So.
Yeah.
You don't sound it.
No.
You're in your
No?
FM
All right,
voice.
thanks.
Yeah.
I just go
You're in
into
your
it.
wee hours voice.
Yeah. So if anybody is really
These
can
mics
help
are
me
so
out,
great.
like I have this new Scrat logo. I use the the Ice Age Scrat with my Scrat.com. If you could just help me slam that all over the internet, I would really appreciate that. Because Scrat is going to be walking down the Macy's Day Parade soon, next week.
What can we do about it? This is what I want to know.
Throw darts.
I mean, I was been
Right.
protesting naked, for a
would
while
be
now. I don't know if
amazing
we
if
want
that
to do
really
that
worked.
anymore. I'm kind of, too old to be naked now.
Can we take a vote now? About that? No.
When will they actually pay you money for this? That's what I want to know.
I'm really hoping soon. I'm really
Well,
hoping
you just
soon.
said they offered you a settlement, and you obviously turned it down.
Yeah.
Right.
What are you hoping for in the end run? What's
Well, I just like I said, it's $100 million. I got the next Mickey Mouse. It's being sold to Disney. It is the next Mickey Mouse because Mickey Mouse has now lost in a few years. It's losing its copyright, so it's going to be in the public domain. It will still have its trademark, but Fox, like if you go to MickeyMouse.com, that Disney owns that. It's a forward website. So if you're going to go to Scrat.com, well, that's me. Does Disney really want me talking about fuck you, Disney, you suck, you
much
lick
you
ass?
I think that would be awesome.
Well,
and I think
my
Disney
100
could
million,
go down a new
that's
route.
my number.
1 jigillion.
Yeah, they need to buy my trademark so they could shelve me. It's just like the record business. So they have to buy or license my trademark. That's what you do in the record business. Somebody sounds alike,
Yeah.
you buy their shit, and then you shelve it, and then you do everything you're going to do with your artist. That's what they need to do with my trademark, to get me out of the way.
okay?
Yeah.
Ivy, you need to talk into the microphone.
Oh.
You keep, that's not a rocking chair, and you keep going further and
Oh.
further back. I don't want you to fall out
She
the
Let
window.
it be
she's ready to go out the
your
window for a second.
Oh,
Change.
no, like Spider-Man and Superman.
What I was going to say is,
much.
when you were doing all this, you should have went to Stan Lee to help you out and get some advice back then.
I went to Sam Simon, who created The Simpsons, but he actually had a contract with Fox, so that didn't work out good for me.
And what was your adventure with Stan Lee,
Oh my God! Well,
who just passed away, right?
yeah, that's really sad. I mean, it was so cool. It was like, wow, I'm with the creator of Spider-Man, the creator of Scrat, and the creator of Spider-Man. Spidey, and he reminded me of my dad, and
Spat.
it was so funny because I was working with him in San Diego Comic-Con, and I'm friends with his daughter, JC Lee. So he was doing an art gallery opening. So I got to the gallery opening, and I thought JC was going to be there. So I was going to meet her at the gallery. And then when I got there, I was like, I'm here. I'm Ivy. I'm meeting JC Lee. I'm Stanley's daughter. And then they're like, Stanley's daughter's here. And I'm like, where? And then they escort me in.
Oh, that's
They all thought I was
hilarious.
Stanley's daughter. I didn't say I was Stanley's daughter. But I was like, what am I supposed to do now? Everybody thinks I'm Stanley's daughter. So I
You
was
know
like,
what I'm
I don't
hearing
know.
from you,
So,
Ivy?
you know-
You are
You gotta say
literally
hi.
just the nicest, coolest, most honest person to get along with.
Aw.
I've read things
Just
about you on the
don't
internet
touch
before
your
you met
hair.
in person.
Just don't touch your hair. You don't know until you touch it. Don't touch. No.
Is that a thing?
No.
I was
I'm
like, I can't
messing
even
with that.
imagine. Like,
No.
you just like super cool.
Ah.
And that's why cool things happen to you and cool people get in touch with you and you're an artist and you're also amazing at it.
Thank you.
This
Thank
is
you.
like amazing to hear this story.
Yeah, this story. I mean, this has been. My story was like super.
And
Really,
you know both of us.
You know
everyone we know.
it's crazy. Like, I used to
He knows
be.
everybody.
It was
knows everybody.
So I'm like the connector. Like there used to be a switchboard operator. That would have like a million plugs, and then when you call,
attendants
like I'm
of show
attached
business.
to those. When you pull that one plug, I'm attached to all those million people. Right. Yeah, it just keeps going. So it's like a grid, and yeah, that's kind of like really what it is. Yeah. So I can only say that I know that God and Spirit gave me the Scrat cartoon for a purpose, for a bigger purpose than myself. And when I have my $1 billion, I'm going to go.
You're buying dinner?
Yeah, I'm going to buy dinner for the homeless. We're going to go clean up the homeless,
Cool,
all of
dude.
us. We're all,
Yes.
everybody's hired, and we're going to figure this shit out. We're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
There doesn't need to be a million homeless
We're
people.
going to start in front of your
in New York.
apartment building first.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's something that Disney could do for you. Like they could literally fund every project that you tell them to fund. You just say, look, this is what I want to do. And, it's reasonable to do something like that to help the homeless.
Right.
I mean,
We
come
start with
on.
this radio show. Right?
No, that
Yeah.
wouldn't work
They don't like that. They don't
Why
want to
not?
be liable.
because, okay,
It's true. They
They
don't want
would
to
be
we'll
liable.
drop the case if I do this project. Okay, you'll drop if I do
just
that
breathe
project.
really heavy into
Now
the
I have to do this
microphone.
project. I have to do another project. So they want to know what your list of demands. When will it end? It doesn't work.
Although with somebody like Ivy, like you have rational ideas that actually work.
Right.
Doesn't
you have
matter what-
proof behind you.
They
They rather
feel
give
that- they feel
an
I'm
amount,
not
and you do with it
rational.
what you will.
If I don't
You know-
do this project, you'll take me back to court. If I don't do that project,
But
you'll
look,
take me back to court.
even here's the weird thing about that. Like, I almost said Ivy Wilkinson. I don't know why, but Walt Disney, he was gay, right? And he had
He was
no
gay.
idea.
I know he
African-American
hated Jews.
people
I didn't know
working
he
for
was
him
gay.
during a time that
He
it was
gay and
not
hated
like
Jews.
okay to have people of color working for you. Thank God
gay.
Walt
He
Disney's
didn't like
not
black
here
people.
right
I'm
now
gay
to
and I
share
wanna
with
be
that.
frozen.
What happened? And he was a thief. This is a terrible Walt Disney. I mean, this is the
And
Walt
now he's
Disney.
taking Scrat? What's going on?
I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut right now because this
This
how
is
things
coming
go
to you
downhill.
live, folks, not on tape.
Wait, I mean, now Walt Disney's gonna have 2 stolen cartoon characters.
Well, you know
That's-
what's cool?
That's not a good look for
They
anybody.
say Walt Disney's head is frozen cryogenically. Now make some jokes out of that.
Oh my
Frank?
God.
The Russians.
It's freaking cold.
He's going to be reanimated.
I
Is the
know,
plan.
I-
You never heard this? Thing
Thank you
about
for
Walt
throwing me
Disney
under
and
that
his
bus
head
there, Frank. I
cryogenically
appreciate it.
I
frozen?
didn't do it.
Did you know
Talk
that?
to your friend next to
Oh,
you.
hey, okay, listen, Purple Wee Girl.
Well, here's my impression of Walt Disney's cryogenically frozen head.
Oh, that's a
We're
visual.
on
It's
radio.
on
You
radio.
can't talk, right, guys?
We're not really on
Right,
radio.
Frankie?
I see
Tonight
I
on the
see
show,
them
we have a
taping
mime who's going to
No,
do
that's
20
live.
minutes.
Of Frozen.
I don't tape anything. I like.
I mean, it's a live
live-
tape. It's
live
a live
happens.
This
tape.
is my impression of
Why have
Scrat
evidence
in-
live? That's it. It's done. It's like.
it's on the
in
internet forever.
in a cryogenic chamber. Anything
Wait, look,
in a
this is a
cryogenic.
song.
A turn
I
up in a
hear
cryogenic.
I see a song.
You see a
Because
sign?
it's frozen.
song.
Got it?
My
Jade,
song.
help me.
Yeah.
Oh my
so
gosh,
this
look at
so the Lost Trailers
This
from
is the
Nashville.
first one you sent me. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know this band? The Lost Trailers from Nashville. They wrote a song about me.
All right. Well,
we have
Jade
music.
tells you
All
to,
right, we
you
have
can
music.
introduce
Oh, I
the
guess
song.
we're not, are we
About
hearing
the
it?
Scrat
or-
phenomenon?
Say when.
No. Oh, it's the Ivy Supersonic song. Yeah.
One is our friend Jazz, the other is our friend Ivy Supersonic. If you do not know about Ivy Supersonic, this woman inspired a song from the Lost Trailers. She's a woman who lives in New York, and she hangs out with Gene Simmons and Kid Rock, and she likes the Lost Trailers for some reason we don't know yet. But this is a song called Ivy Supersonic, and we hope you like it. It's brand new, first time played.
I thought he did.
That was Ivy's song. What was the name of that song?
It's called Ivy Supersonic.
Ivy Supersonic.
Ivy Super. You heard it 30,000 times. Ivy Supersonic. Ivy Supersonic. Ivy. And then Frank goes, "What's the name of the song?"
It's been a long
Thanks
life.
for paying attention there, Frank.
Well, listen, something's got to be repetitious.
Yeah, if you want to watch that, it's at ivysupersonic.nyc.
Surprise,
if you
surprise.
See that. Right, ivysupersonic.nyc.
But we have one more song coming up because Gail wants a song for her show.
Oh.
I like to say
Oh,
something
music on my
about
show,
Gail.
too.
Yes.
I like to say something.
Please do.
Besides being talented in many things, her voice, she has a great voice.
Yes, she does.
She has such a beautiful
Gail?
voice. Yeah. And
You sing?
Oh, yeah.
She plays guitar. She
Wanna
plays.
sing?
She plays.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. Now you guys have to say, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, I get a feeling that I never had before. No, no.
And then we're going to put some reverb on that board for her. Yeah, amen.
I'm gonna tell you right now that I believe that. I really do believe that. And then it's the rest of the song. But there
Tell
you
us
go.
more, tell us more, girl, tell us
You
more.
don't play piano. That's one of the reasons
I
they
thought a
wanted
lot of
us to
things.
work
You
together.
know,
See, I was a rock musician before in a heavy metal band and playing drums and keyboards, and then I got into comedy afterwards. And when I met Gail, I heard her sing, and that's what really blew it off the charts about her personality. She has such a beautiful voice, and she's talented playing guitar, piano, and what really blew me away recently is when I saw her singing in a church when you have the whole choir and you have that ambience of the reverb and that spirituality. And when they start singing, when she starts singing, it's so angelic. I had to call
You
her
were
up to
singing
tell
in
her
a
that the other
church?
day.
What
and
church?
I sing at St. Joseph's Catholic Church in Queens just for fun because.
Okay, please take this Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in church when I was holding the Bible, and then this Jesus
gosh,
showed
I'm
up.
so honored.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh
you,
my
Ivy.
God, you're a church going girl. I love you.
Well, I don't go actually every week. Like I went for a little while in college, and then I kind of was like, I don't go every weekend now. But I go on Christmas, and anytime they'll let me sing or have friends come in and sing. I'm trying to get Chevy actually to come and play piano at Christmas.
wow.
Yeah, Chevy Chase,
Wow.
that is.
So are you singing gospel
case you're just
in the
tuning in.
church? Are you with the?
Oh no, actually, so I just have friends come.
I hymnal.
Yeah, or whatever.
It's like a hymnal. It's like
Just like
"God
Catholic
rest
songs.
ye merry gentlemen,"
Right, for Christmas we actually did do some traditional, snappy look at. We can do it,
But she has such an
We did
little
Low How
angelic voice.
Rose.
She's so sweet. I had to
Thank
call her up and
you.
tell her the other day, and then the next time we're here.
I'm one of the only coloraturas that's documented in history right now that's living, authentically.
Are they going to play one of you?
That's true.
You singing? They have something queued up.
Thanks, Frankie. Oh yeah, I
We
sent
were
it
going,
to
then
Jade,
we started
right?
talking again.
Oh.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so this is from my show with my friend Christina Yu and my friend Seth Johnson and my friend Tony Montalbano, and of course Gail Stairs because this is the Gail Stairs show. And this is More Than Words. We did a remake of it, and there you go. Opa, there we go.
Saying I love you is not the words I hope to hear from you. It's not that I want to, not to say, but if you only knew how easy it would be to show me how you feel. More than words is all you have to do to make it real. Then you wouldn't have to say that you love me, 'cause I'd already know. What would you do if my heart was torn in two? just by saying I love you. La da da, la da da, da da da. More than words. La da da, da da da. Now that I've tried to talk to you and make you understand, all you have to do is close your eyes and just reach out your hands and touch me. Hold me close, don't ever let me go. More than words is all I ever needed you to show. Then you wouldn't have to say that you love me, 'cause I'd already know what you do. If my heart was torn in two, more than words to show you feel that your love for me is real. What would you say if I took those words away? Then you couldn't make things new just by saying I love you. La da da, la da da, da da. More than words. La da da, la da da, da. More than words. La da da, la da da, da da. More than words. More than words.
That was Gail
Yeah.
Stairs and More Than Words, along with her crew and friends for her show, Gail
so
Stairs
much.
Show. That was a beautiful song. It really was.
Thank you.
So now we have a few minutes left. We're going to do a little shameless plugging. And since Gail just sang, plug away.
All right, guys. Well, my videos of my show and all my songs and my dance mixes and music and everything is going to be available on iTunes this Thursday. So if anybody wants to purchase it, it's going to be the regular price, and that's what's up.
How do they reach you?
You can reach me on Facebook, on the Facebook Messenger, or you can reach me at Gail, Gail, .m as in Mary, .stairs, just like up and down the stairs, STAIRS, just in case for you guys who can't spell anything. I am not Gail Spells for a reason, at gmail.com.
Okay. Frankie, you want to tell us anything? Okay. How about
Oh.
you, Ivy? What do you got? Plug away.
Okay. Well, so I was working on my documentary, Ivy's Paranormal, the movie. So you could just go to Ivy's, that's IVYS, paranormal.com and watch. We have a 13-minute documentary short. You could see me painting and a bunch of paranormal kind of stuff. And if you want to see Kim Kardashian wearing the fake Ivy Supersonic hat, she was, copying Pam Anderson for Halloween, you can go to my Instagram at, what's my Instagram? Oh, Ivy Silverstein. That's SILB.
Ivy Supersonic.
Well, yeah, or you can just go into Google and Google Ivy Supersonic.
It's Christmas again.
Oh. Oh, what about Roger Daltrey, dude?
We
I
have-
just made a hat for Roger Daltrey.
Roger's next time.
Yeah.
Jay, do you have anything you want to tell us? Anywhere you're going to be? She'll be at Sylvana's tomorrow. And we're going to close out in a couple of seconds. Ivy Silverstein, Gail Stairs, Frankie Hudak, thank you very much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank
And we
you.
do
Can I
have
lead
a
this up?
song. Frankie is going to play us out tonight.
All right, this is a song that I wrote and I sang at the tree lighting with Mayor Dinkins, and then I sang it with Giuliani when he came in. They asked me for the song because this is a song that unites people at Christmas time, and it's about loving each other. And go to the lyric video at Frankie Hudak. It's Christmas again, Hudak, and we're going to go right now.
And I will see everyone next week.
Thanks for
Have a
having me
good
on,
night.
brother.
Thank you all for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Now is the time when all the world must come together and turn all your fears to hope for a moment. For there'll be peace on the earth and the angels start to sing that a gift from God is given on this day. Reach out your hands to your brother. It's Christmas again. Learn to love one another. It's Christmas again. We can all be rejoicing. It's Christmas again. Join us now and we'll all sing. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time again. Feel all the love that we're giving to each other. Let it bring to us the promise of the future. In the eyes of a child is a joyous heart that sings. Give praise to God for peace within our lives. Reach out your hands to your brother. It's Christmas again. Learn to love one another. It's Christmas again. We can all be rejoicing. Faith into our lives. Let all the world unite in Reach out your hands to your brother. It's Christmas again. Learn to love one another. It's Christmas again. We can all be rejoicing. It's Christmas again. Join us now and we'll all sing. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time again. Reach out your hands. Learn to love one another. We can all be rejoicing, yeah. Join us now and we'll all sing. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time again. Reach out your
Hi, I'm Janice Ian. Do you remember how excited you were at the start of summer every year, and how the summer just started to drag on after a few months, and you couldn't wait to get back to school, see your old friends, make new friends, get new books and a new locker and a clean slate? Well, you should have been excited about music class, too, because that was a special room